Happy Valentine's Day. I know today can be a hard day for some people if you don't have anyone to share it with, but we just encourage you to go out and do something that you love, that really just makes you feel special today. But for Jimmy and I, this is a really special day for us because we had our first date on Valentine's Day 8 years ago. Crazy how fast that went by. So today we want to share something with you guys that has kept our relationship strong. So this video is kind of focused for married couples. And if that's not you, still tune in because these might be some great tips you can use down the road or share with a friend or a family member.
Yep.
So one of the things that has kept our relationship so solid is reading devotionals together and praying together. The first year that we got married, we actually got this book as a wedding gift. It's called Nightlight by James and Shirley Dobson. And it was such a great book. We read it together every night. It had some different stories about some relationship struggles that people go through, and then it had some discussion questions and some prayers. And we just discovered so much through that process of questions we may never have talked about before.
Yep. And one we're currently reading right now is called Moments Together for Couples by Dennis and Barbara Rainey. And we're going to share actually two passages out of this book. And I'm going to start with honoring your wife. So gentlemen, definitely listen to this one. It starts out by going, most marriages are never like a huge blowout, like if it's been rocky. It's usually a little air leak. And if it doesn't get tended to, it'll eventually go flat. So the question is, are you checking the tire pressure in your marriage for any random leaks? And to prevent that, it's always good to honor your wife. And here are some good tips, gentlemen, to look into. And we'll start with a verse that shows right in the beginning of it, from 1 Peter 3:7. And grant her honor as a fellow heir of the grace of life. And so I think there's four keys of honoring your wife. And one of them is learn the art of putting her on a pedestal. So, always just, my example with that would be just always, your wife's first in everything that you do, always.
After God.
Yes. God first, God gave you the gift of your beautiful wife, so that kind of goes hand in hand. And so just whatever you do, whatever you're going to decide to do, share it with your wife. That shows great honor right there. Number 2, recognize her accomplishments. So not only just her doing the dishes, getting laundry put away, but if she does anything great at work that she gets complimented by, even from employees and stuff, definitely show her appreciation of that also. Because that makes her feel good that not only that they're praising her at work, but you are praising her at home. Just, we'll just make her explode everywhere she goes. And just happiness and excitement that she's cared for. And speak to her with respect. Do your best not to do any accusing words or say anything that's going to be harmful. Just always speak beautiful, loving words to your wife. Always. Don't leave out the, insults and all that. I mean, they're not necessary, and that just puts them down. They're very emotional. Women are way more emotional than men, so guys, you have to, talk lots of love with your wife. They're amazing beings. And last one would be honor your wife by extending common courtesies. And so just how I would really like that in my words, extending common courtesies.
Just opening the door for her, like putting on her jacket, or
there we go.
Just those,
small stuff that you wouldn't think makes a big difference, but it does. And that's.
Or even just like grabbing her hand when you're at the grocery store, or like putting your arm around her at church, or just those little things, make a woman feel really special.
For sure.
All right, so then I'm gonna read about how to honor your husbands. And the title of this chapter is The Macho Myth. The Bible verse reads, let the wife see to it that she respects her husband. Ephesians 5:33. So the author of the book he did a bunch of research and talked to some psychologists and counselors about like the most things that men want to feel. And this is the list he came up with: self-confident in their manhood, to be listened to, companionship, to be sexually needed by their wives, to be accepted and respected. So they really just want their wives to be like their best cheerleader and be there to encourage them and support them and listen to them. And there was a couple quotes down here that I also wanted to share that were super powerful. One of the psychologists, William James, said, "The deepest principle of human nature is a craving to be appreciated." And Charles Swindoll adds this: "We live by encouragement and die without it, slowly, sadly, and angrily." So that is really sad, guys, that so many people just live to be appreciated, and a lot of people aren't getting that.
You guys can definitely get that. If you feel like you're not getting it, it's really easy. You just need to talk to your wife about it, because they're going to be your best source, your closest source that's going to care for you and anything that you're struggling with. So definitely.
Yeah, and that's why these books are so great, because it brings up a lot of discussion that you may never talk about, and you just might have all these headaches, stress, or fights, and you don't really know what's behind it, the story behind it. So these just bring up those conversations and help you have a much better relationship going forward. So the discussion question here says, as a husband, share with your wife the times you have felt most appreciated by her. Ask your husband how you can be his cheerleader. And then pray. As a wife, take your husband's hand and express to God your appreciation for him.
We hope those are very helpful for you guys on this beloved day. And remember, love God.
Love each other.
Love your life.
And tune in next week. For those of you not married, we're going to have some tips for you guys that are single. Have a great week.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.